The Department of Justice has just released a treasure trove of documents. I don't know if it's the complete amount, but they're releasing some.
Good. No, I'm glad, but they should release everything. There should be no redactions. If you're somebody who's accused somebody, you no longer have the right to privacy. Under our Constitution, anybody who's accused has the right to confront witnesses. And we can't assume that everybody who accuses is a victim. We know already there's a woman named Sarah Ransom. She accused Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Richard Branson, Donald Trump, said she had videotapes, sex tapes of them having sex with young people. And then she admitted she made the whole thing up. Imagine if they released the names of the people accused and they withhold the information about Sarah Ransom, that she is a proved perjurer. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm a civil libertarian. I care about real victims, and anybody who's a real victim is compensated, but false victims should be prosecuted. People who made up stories should be prosecuted.
All right, let's talk for a second about statute of limitations. This case has been, I mean, are these cases, you say people should be prosecuted, whether it's false stories or doing some other illegal conduct with young girls. Is it too late, or does the statute still include these cases?
This is another form of McCarthyism. There is no statute of limitations when an accuser accuses somebody. So somebody accuses you of having had sex with her or him 30 years ago, that's okay. But if she makes a false accusation 5 years ago, that's not okay. Because the statute of limitations hasn't been extended on false accusations, but it has been extended on the accusations themselves. That's another form of Epstein McCarthyism. We are turning the law on its head. We are violating the Magna Carta, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all in the name of Epstein victims. Now, there are some real Epstein victims who really suffered, but there are people out there, and I know names of people who never heard of Jeffrey Epstein, never met him, but their lawyer said, hey, you were in Palm Beach at the time. Why don't you say you had sex with Jeffrey Epstein? You'll collect $50,000. And they did. So we have to look at both sides of the equation. In our constitutional system, persons are presumed innocent until found guilty, not based on accusations. As you know, I was falsely accused. Fortunately, I was able to get the information and demonstrated conclusively that it was a false accusation. And then the woman admitted that she may have confused me, misidentified me. Let everybody else get the same benefits I got to be able to prove their innocence if they're innocent. The worst thing that could happen is naming names. And we know the names. There are prominent people out there. There's the former majority leader of the Senate, the former U.S. ambassador to the UN, the granddaughter of Jacques Cousteau. All of them have been named. I don't know whether any of them are guilty. They've been named by people who have real credibility issues. There's a woman out there who names only Jews because she says Jews are pedophiles, all Jews are pedophiles, and the Holocaust never occurred. So this woman's been on CNN with her lawyer as if she's a credible person. And what this information that's going to be given out today is going to give the accusations, but it's not going to say that this woman named Farmer has a history of Holocaust denial, attacking Jews, and lying. So, you know, we have to make sides are presented.
If everything is not released, or if there is material released but it's redacted, it's all blackened out, and we hit the deadline midnight, and it's that transparency sort of means transparency, although there might be some limitations. What happens next?
Well, not everything is going to be released today. Already the Deputy Attorney General correctly pointed out that it was an unrealistic deadline that Congress imposed. They're going to do the best they can, but they are going to redact things. And I don't like the criteria for redaction that Congress set out because it's all one-sided. But we're going to see over the next few weeks more and more of this come out. Probably the vast majority of it will come out today, and we'll see whether they include on both sides or just on one side.
Do you have any doubt? I mean, if you go on the internet, there's some people that say that Jeffrey Epstein was murdered. Former Attorney General Bob Barr said that he was not murdered. So I think some people have said that the autopsy showed it was suspicious. Where are you in this sort of line? Murder or suicide?
I don't think Jeffrey Epstein was suicidal. He died over a weekend. On the Monday, he might have been granted bail. So I think there's a strong argument that he was not suicidal, but I can't think of any theory under which somebody could have gotten to him and killed him. So,
well, what else is there? If it's not suicide, I guess it's natural causes is a
No,
possibility, but no autopsy has suggested that. What else? What's left is murder or an accident.
he was either murdered or he committed suicide. I'm telling you, I don't think he was suicidal, but that doesn't mean he didn't commit suicide. I hadn't seen him in years and years and years. So it's possible he became suicidal, but I think you have to look very hard at this. And we have Dr. Baden, one of the most celebrated forensic pathologists in the history of the country, who says that the ligature and the marks on the neck are not consistent with suicide. So I have an open mind on this issue.
I do too, and you mentioned Dr. Baden. I've worked on him in dozens of years, and so many cases going back. He is the best of the best and considered the gold standard among us. And so,
and he has
said that
he has no axe to grind. He's just looking for the truth.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.